Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is just shy of 6:01 on Thursday, July the 11th. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning into Mountain News this morning. Brandon is off today and tomorrow, so we are joined by meteorologist Kelly McShane, and she's going to give us a breakdown of some storms that we might expect at some points today. Kelly?
Yes, we are expecting some storms already starting to fire up, in fact, Will. So let's go ahead and take you to satellite and radar this morning. Most of us are actually clear right now, but towards the Tennessee border into Claiborne and Campbell County, we're seeing some thunderstorms, as well as moving into Somerset, as well as all of Pulaski County and just north of Rowan County as well. So we're going to continue to track these throughout the morning. Like I said, a little bit of lightning and some heavy rainfall with those. But visibility out there, not too bad, but still be mindful, especially into those valley regions. You could run into a little bit of fog. Temperatures, we are into the mid to lower 70s starting off your morning, and we are expecting temperatures into the 80s, as well as a couple of rounds of storms, and I'll track those in my full forecast in just a little bit, Will.
All righty, we'll be back with you. Well, officials are still trying to track down 3 men who escaped the Kentucky River Regional Jail Monday. The Hazard Police Department and Kentucky State Police are still looking for Kenneth Spurlock, James Reed, and Stephen Smith. If you have any information on where the escaped men may be, you are asked to contact the Kentucky River Regional Jail at 606-436-1008 or call police. Well, an inmate that walked off from work release more than a month ago in Perry County is back behind bars. John David Feltner was cutting grass at a cemetery when he walked away on June 6th. The 34-year-old had last been seen getting into a green Suburban. He was not considered dangerous. He is now back behind bars at the Kentucky River Regional Jail. A jail guard in Pikeville is charged with second-degree assault. Michael Holland allegedly verbally and physically assaulted a man while escorting him to isolation. The grand jury saw the evidence Wednesday and made the charge. Jailer Brian Morris took swift action when he heard of the alleged assault. He wants to assure people this is not a representation of the jail.
Our staff immediately started an investigation to where the officer in question was suspended. And when I seen excessive force was taken, I immediately contacted the Pikeville City Police Department, and they started their investigation.
This is still an active investigation. The charges could potentially be upgraded. A man is dead after an officer-involved shooting in Powell County. The police officers were looking for a blue pickup truck after a nearby business owner reported the truck stolen. It was involved with a chase with police. Now police say an off-duty deputy with the Powell County Sheriff's Office saw the truck on Ashley Hollow Road and approached the man. Kentucky State Police say the man tried to disarm the deputy, and that's when the deputy shot and killed the suspect. Ken Howard lives nearby.
He may have been just trying to run and ran into a dead-end situation. It's not really posted down here that this is a dead end, but it's hard telling what he would have done if that officer hadn't picked up that was the car they were looking for.
The name of the victim has not been released. KSP say they expect more information to be released in the next couple of days. The deputy was not hurt. Now to some news we have been following for more than a week. The sudden actions of Black Jewel have left hundreds of miners missing 3 weeks worth of wages. Many have families to feed, bills to pay. They were not technically laid off. That's what the company is claiming. This is causing those miners problems getting their 401ks, yet these miners aren't working. It's a difficult situation for them. And at a meeting in Letcher County yesterday, officials worked to provide a glimpse of hope and lay the groundwork for legal action.
These are many of the miners that are finding themselves in limbo.
And we depend on this paycheck to feed our family.
Here, Josh Hallbrook is like many. He's hoping to find out what's next for this group.
I mean, we don't even know where, how we're going to pay our bills. I mean, where food's coming from right now, because, they took our livelihood from us, you know what I mean?
The meeting touched on a handful of things, most notably the fact that the legal groundwork is being laid to help these miners.
There's legal counsel here, so they can fill those forms out, and they'll start the investigations and the proceedings so that they can try to get that money back.
In touch with the right people to get the paperwork filled out they need to, and for legal representation on their lost wages.
Booths were also set up for a variety of things, from helping minors with their medical prescriptions to job opportunities.
I'm just going to trust in the Lord and just try to help other people out, you know. I don't know what to do about employment. I mean, I'm going to seek employment, you know, just as everybody else.
Holbrook himself is missing nearly $4,000 for his work at one of the mines.
Oh, yeah, at least. Yeah, if not more.
It's a tough time, and Holbrook says he will be looking to take legal action.
All we want to do is work, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been in the mines 18 years, you know, and, you know, I don't care to work. I just want what's owed me just as every other coal miner does. They want, you know, we want what's owed us.
He knows hundreds will do the same.
That was Connor James reporting. Now, county officials want miners to keep their pay stubs and basically any other paperwork from their time at the mines. They are hoping this will build a case for lawyers to pursue legal action to get these miners their wages back. If you are a miner in need of help, we have many different ways organizations can help on our website at WYMT.com. Well, a Southern Kentucky grandmother is facing criminal abuse charges for how she treated her grandson early Wednesday morning. Police in Laurel County say the grandmother told her 11-year-old grandson to leave in the middle of the night. WYMT's Phil Pendleton tells us what the boy did to get help.
That 11-year-old was found at a business here in London, a business that asked us not to identify them. But the 11-year-old walked from a home in Lilly 8 miles to that business here in London asking for help. Now, that all began around 1 o'clock this morning when police say the grandmother basically kicked him out of the house. Police say they are still investigating the circumstances, but they say that an argument between Patricia Rose and the grandson ended with her telling him to leave. Now, he walked away from their home on Rita Lane in Lilly, that's just north of Corbin, onto Laurel Whitley Road, then onto US 25. Police say something really bad could have happened to the boy on that very busy roadway.
She should have sat him down and talked to him, put him in timeout, anything that she wanted to do, but not ask him to leave the residence. And, you know, she didn't even notify 911 that he had left the residence or that he was gone.
Patricia Rose remains in the Laurel County Jail on felony charges of criminal abuse first degree. We are told the 11-year-old was placed with other relatives by social services. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, Rose says she did not want to talk to us about the charges from the Laurel County Jail. Well, a Middlesboro father and son say a lawnmower was stolen from their yard on Tuesday. Bobby Hunter and his son Sean mow lawns for a living. That was until Tuesday. The Hunters say when they went to get their lawnmower for a job in Tennessee, it was gone. Luckily, they say a nearby surveillance camera caught the theft. However, he and his son are losing hundreds of dollars each day, not including the $5,000 they will be out for the equipment if it's not found.
You know, I'm stuck. It's like the old saying, between a rock and a hard stone, which one's going to roll over on me? I don't know what to do anymore.
Now, there is a $200 reward for anyone who can lead Middlesboro police to the stolen items and return them to the Hunter family. A community art project was vandalized in Prestonsburg during Star City Day last week. Community members contributed to the creation of 2 hanging murals. A lot of kids painted for hours, creating a work of art the city planned to use as a long-term fixture in the area. Yesterday, city officials discovered that the 2 hanging pieces were vandalized by spray paint. Jenna McGuire says the community will rise above this vandalism, adding that she hopes to help create new pieces to make up for the art that was lost. She says this act of vandalism says a lot about the state of mind of those involved.
This was full of love. This was full of beauty. And either they felt like their artwork was more important than all the other people that had participated in this, or so much beauty and so much light made them feel uncomfortable.
Mayor Les Stapleton says the vandalism is under investigation and they have received tips that he hopes will lead them to the culprits. Well, human remains were found just hours ago, and a man has been arrested in connection with the case of missing Richmond mother Savannah Spurlock. Here he is, David Sparks. He is in the Madison County Detention Center this morning, and that's where WKYT's Krista Frost is at, finding out more. Krista, you told us you were able to get his arrest citation. What did you find out?
Yeah, that's right, Will. So we know that Sparks is facing tampering with physical evidence and abuse of a corpse charges. Now, he was arrested at his home on Fall Lick Road, and that's where state police found those human remains last night. Now, we were there actually when Sparks was taken into jail, and I just picked up his arrest citation. As you said, it says someone at the home on Fall Lick Road reported a foul odor coming from his property, and that's what brought investigators out last night. Now, during their search, police found human remains buried on the property. Sparks' arrest citation says police also found other evidence connected to a missing persons case. The police have said Sparks is one of the men last seen with Savannah Spurlock. They left a Lexington bar together with 2 other men back in January, and police searched this home several months ago. They towed a vehicle away but did not make any arrests at that time. Now, Sparks' citation says that he is the primary suspect in a missing persons case. Now, troopers tell us the remains have not been positively identified just yet. We do know they were taken to Frankfurt for autopsy, and hopefully we'll find out a little bit more about them soon. For now, reporting live in Madison County, Krista Frost, WKYT.
All righty, Krista, thank you so much for that information. Of course, we will update everything with more on WYMT.com.
Well, we are already seeing showers and storms start to develop throughout the region. Pinpoint Doppler is showing that this morning. Some heavy rainfall and some frequent lightning possible with these storms just south of Middlesboro and the Kentucky-Tennessee border. But moving into Pulaski County, quite a bit of lightning with that storm. So heads up if you are in Somerset. Temperatures around the region into those upper 60s to low 70s, already into the mid 70s into Richmond, 77 already in Lexington. Definitely going to be a warm one out there. Now, we do have those isolated storm chances throughout the morning. Temperatures getting up into the mid 80s by the time we get to the afternoon. Break in the rainfall of about noon to 2, and then we're going to start to see some more showers and storms develop, and they could be on the strong side. So I will continue to track that out in my full forecast coming up.
All righty, Kelly. Well, thank you for joining us right here on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Outdoor adventures are great pastimes during this time of year, but can pose a threat to your canine if you're taking them along for the ride.